All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. The connection should be much better now. Sorry about yesterday. I kind of know what happened, but oh, I knew I forgot to do something. Did I tweet out the wrong? Always something. No, it should be fine. So, profile. Let me see. I want to make sure I tweeted out the right link. Yeah, I'm on the right link. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Okay, I got your live chat up, and we're gonna get right into the charts. Sorry, Australia, you guys are probably going to sleep already, or already asleep. We're going to the charts. That's something really cool to show you guys today. Still no private Q&A. I'll try and do one tomorrow. Otherwise, it may have to wait till after the financial retreat. Glancing at the mempool, that is empty. The month, today is Halloween. Today is white paper day. Like we really should be doing like a stream with Jimmy and Giacomo and Mechanic, but like I said, I don't know. I'm just not very organized, and with organizing the events, it's just really hard to do everything. Monthly chart still looks clean. Weekly chart. Oh, we dropped. We dropped in the last couple of hours, didn't we? I like this consolidation. I really do. There's two ways Bitcoin can correct, or any asset can correct. An asset can correct with price by going down. An asset can also correct with time by consolidating. So right now we are slightly going down and mostly consolidating. That is a good thing, but we don't want to get a crossover between the 3-period moving average and the 9-period moving average on our Consensio trading mechanism. So I will maintain my 100% bullish position as long as we do not cross over. This candle only has 9 more hours to go. And after that, we're going to start the next candle. Now, the next candle has a shot at the crossover, but the candle is 4 days long. So if I feel that that crossover will be maintained into end of candle's close, I will take a bunch off the table, 20%, 30%, something to that effect, okay? But as long as these things don't cross over, and that's because we're consolidating. And because we're consolidating, I'm not that nervous about the upcoming pop in the price of Bitcoin. Daily chart. I'm going to delete this downward channel because it's not really necessary at the moment. And you can see how we need to break the prior swing high. But if we approach the prior swing low, I will then lower my barrier to this prior swing high. In fact, I can almost lower it already. If we get, okay, random people just love to call you with video calls. So crazy. Unless I can pick it up right now on a video call with some random girl that I've never seen or spoke to before. Welcome to being it too accessible. I don't like to pick up strangers' calls. Nothing good can come from it. Okay, so we don't have to correct all the way down into 5,400 because there is a time element involved. And as long as it corrects through consolidation and time, we're okay. The difference is if we are consolidating and the correction takes place through time, it will take longer in terms of time than a correction that takes place in terms of price. So this correction is both time and price. If we correct down to this price level earlier, we would need to correct further than this price level if it happens too early. But if we don't correct to this price level, we would have to consolidate for a longer period of time. Basically, we'd have to still reach this area, or maybe even further, before the next pop to the upside. Okay, hourly chart, not really all that interesting. 4-hour chart. Not really all that interesting. GBTC, the premium needs to get into single digits, and then we will see what happens. Oil is still going to be consolidating and pulling back for a little while, so we don't have to really pay that much attention to that. Gold. Those of you that follow me on Twitter and Instagram know that I contributed to the scarcity of gold yesterday by going out to dinner with Da Vinci. And for the first time in my life, we were eating gold-covered food. Shout out, Da Vinci Jeremy. S&P 500 is bullish and probably headed to a very nice new all-time high. Well, you already hit it today, but way more to come. Way more to come. I've been trying to explain to crazy people that holding Monero is detrimental to your finances. And the same goes for pretty much everything. We did a whole video on Monero explaining how irrelevant Monero's privacy is, because holding Monero longer than you would hold the Venezuelan currency or the Zimbabwe currency is insane, because it will continue to devalue against Bitcoin probably faster than the US dollar. Probably. It has not been devaluing faster than the US dollar because Monero was up in US dollar terms like 2 or 3x over the last 3 to 4 years. But eventually, there is a high probability that the dollar will, outperform Monero. And there is a very simple reason for this. It's very, very simple. The reason is that the US dollar has more utility than Monero does. Okay, Monero has privacy, but it doesn't have store of value. It's terrible as a store of value. The US dollar is a better store of value than Monero, in my opinion, right? In the last 3 years, Monero has outperformed the US dollar in terms of store of value, but I don't believe that is true on a long-term basis. And the reason for that is the fact that Monero has a lot of competition, just like Ethereum has a lot of competition, because the number of shitcoins you can make is unlimited. And there's always a better private medium of exchange. There's always a better one. So the challenge that the Monero people have, and it's the same challenge that the Shiba Inu, or whatever, Inu. It's the same problem that the Shiba Inu people have. How do you keep proof of news algorithm enough to convince people to hold your shitcoin over another shitcoin? Because the store of value property is 1,000 times more important than any other property. I'm not saying the others aren't important. It's just that there's a huge hierarchy here. There is the store of value and security property, unconfiscatability, censorship resistance, scarcity. That is 1,000 times more important than all other properties combined. So the only reason why any of this garbage is sitting at number 2 or number 3 or number 4, well, number 4 is different, number 5, 6, 7, is how many idiots can you convince to hold on to our crap without them getting convinced that another piece of crap is better to hold on to. And this is why Monero is failing, because they are failing in their proof of news department, and they are down to 42. Because other shitcoins are newer, and they have a much bigger capacity to promote their scam. So by being able to promote their scam better, no one is going to be holding this. And I know you Monero people want to point out how incredibly private your transactions are. And I am just telling you that it's 99% irrelevant how private those transactions are, because the properties of scarcity, unconfiscatability, and censorship resistance and security, and not only technological security and mining security, but also mental security, because I can go to bed trusting that Bitcoin is the safest asset I own. Meanwhile, if I'm going to bed with Monero, I'm like, shit, is it going to be 0 tomorrow? I'm not sure. Okay, that's the problem. And they don't have a marketing budget because they were created a little more honest than the others. So when you create a borderline honest shitcoin, the real scammy ones are gonna outcompete you for by paying influencers and being in the news and having press announcements and hiring former SEC chairman as your lawyer to stop the SEC from calling you a security. And Monero doesn't have that kind of budget. So by not having that kind of budget, you're basically screwed. You're going to just go down, down, down. Where is Bcash these days? I mean, and they have a budget, right? I mean, this is Bcash. At one point, that was what? Number 1. I have a spreadsheet. Let me see if I can take like a screenshot. I'll tweet it out later of like all the shit coins and how high they used to be. Right? What the hell is Polygon? Okay. So let me show you guys something really, really cool. Okay. And it's this. So we're launching this. It's been around for a while. It's been beta tested. People are already using it. This is our trading MRI notification service, which is still in beta. Okay. Probably right after the financial retreat, I will tweet out a link for people to try this out, and then it's going to cost money. So here's what this is. This is the MRI. So the homepage basically has all of the assets, mostly stocks that we pre-selected. You can also search for tickers. And this tells you where you are on the MRI counts on daily, weekly, and monthly. Okay, so Apple looks really good. You can click on the chart, and this is all built in-house. Like, we were paying for the data. This took a year and a half of building. Okay, so here's Apple, and we don't have today's candle yet. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is real time actually or not, but you have TradingView for real time stuff, right? This is an analysis page. So we'll have Apple, and look, Apple is bullish on the daily. You can click on the weekly, it's bullish on a weekly and looks great. It looks like it's ready to break out from consolidation. And if we look at the monthly, it's got plenty of room on a monthly too. So this is like a snapshot look. So here's AES, no idea what that is, but I can see that it's on an MRI top. And we also have alerts. So you would also get alerts of MRI tops in your email and maybe text message and maybe Telegram. Like we haven't really, like this is still kind of in beta. So we're still going to be looking for some user input. So you can see the MRI top on whatever asset this is. And you can also see that on a weekly chart, it's still bullish, while on a monthly chart, it's already bearish. So we can look at the weekly chart. And this is really, really awesome. I'm going to be using this a lot. Look at that consolidation. This is ready to go up or down, to be honest with you, on a weekly. And on a monthly, we hit an MRI top. Look at that. This asset hit an MRI top back in, what month is that? Back in March, and it's been going down ever since. Though I kind of like the monthly chart as a little more bullish than bearish right now, because next month it'll probably flip into a bullish, into a neutral MRI actually, right? So right here you see neutral, and neutral means it's like flipping of the MRI. So it's either on a 1 or a 2, and that's what makes it neutral. So if you look at Amazon, this is a great sign for Amazon, right? It's bullish on a daily and neutral on weekly, monthly. So it can flip into, so here's the daily. Daily is still bullish. I would love it for the break to swing high, but now we can look at the weekly and you'll see monster consolidation. And now we'll look at the monthly and you also see monster consolidation. Amazon is really prime for a potential breakout. So this is how I would be searching for my potential stocks to get in on. And you have buckets, right? Like that's a stock bucket. Here's the Forex bucket. I hope you guys are liking this. So here's the FX bucket. And you can see here's where the extension A is ending. So we also have those. So here's like C13. So extension C is close to a top. Yeah, so we can look at a bunch of currencies. And then, of course, we have the crypto bucket. Like all your shit coins right here. So you can kind of glance at the shit coins. I was hanging out with Da Vinci the other day, and I think it was Binance coin was bullish across the board. Look at that. Binance USDT is bullish across the board. So is Bitcoin versus the euro is bullish across the board. I don't know if that should be here. Should probably remove Bitcoin versus the euro, but I guess it's crypto, right? So anything Bitcoin. So Binance, what about Binance USD? Oh, Binance BTC. See, Binance versus BTC is only bullish on the daily. So Bitcoin versus USD right there. You can look at a whole snapshot. So we can look at Binance USD right from here. So you have something bottoming. So this is, Bitcoin versus B-Trash. Well, where's Binance? Here it is, bullish across the board, right? So you can just click on this and you can look at the chart. Again, it may not be real time. Crypto might be real time. Stocks may be end of day values. But again, this isn't meant for intraday trading. This is meant for identifying trends. So here's your daily Binance versus Bitcoin, and here's your weekly. Nice consolidation, and here's your monthly. That looks actually very bullish. Okay, and you can make your own custom buckets. Like here's commodities. This is where you get your gold and stuff. We have to fix up the indices a little bit. We're trying to get some more data. We're gonna have more global indices here. Look at the S&P. bullish, daily, weekly, monthly. Commodities and Tone's assets, right? So I just threw a couple of slides. I was testing it yesterday. So this is where you add your own portfolio, and this is where you get a snapshot of your portfolio. So this will not be free. We'll probably charge some money for one bucket, and then because some people only want to trade stocks and some people only want to trade, say, crypto. So we're not going to charge for everything if you're only using crypto. And then there'll be a second tier for everything we got. And this wasn't cheap to build, and the data feed is also not free. So this is why this is not going to be a free service. And if this is doing well, like, I'd rather give out the MRI for free, and then this is where it's actually useful. But I'm not there yet, so we'll see. Okay, guys, this video has gone long enough. I'm going to look at your live chat. Let me know your thoughts, and then we're going to end this. Not much to say on Bitcoin right now, other than I like this consolidation. It's possible we're going to swing to a new low, but I'm leaning towards not very likely, just consolidating and then breaking up. All right, looking at your live chat, guys. Any thoughts, any questions before I head off? So me being at the Capitol was one of the proudest days of me being an American, which, I don't know if I'll continue being an American the rest of my life, but the proudest moment of my life was being at the Capitol and protesting for what's right, peacefully. And because I was at the Capitol, I know exactly what happened at the Capitol, and then I watched the demonization of what like how they turned like what happened there into something that didn't happen there. And I watched the lies all over media, and I was there witnessing it with my own eyes. So anyone that tells me stuff that happened at the Capitol, I mean, I know I was there. You weren't there, so you don't know what happened. Yeah, hope you guys like the trading service. I'll be probably showing it on this website every now and then as I continue to use it. And a couple of my friends are using it, and then we just got to get the alerts straight. So you just get those emails with a chart and stuff like that. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, people are asking me at what price would I sell Bitcoin? You never. Like, the point is never, right? So again, once the difference between Bitcoin and everything else, you gotta coin market crap is where you gotta go. Okay. There's no reason to sell your Bitcoin. There's none. Well, like the real question is, Tone, when are you gonna spend Bitcoin on a Lambo? And the answer is, Tone doesn't like Lambos. Golden Stakes, I don't know. Like, even though again, when do you spend the Bitcoin? The point is, what are you gonna sell your Bitcoin for? You don't sell it for dollars. Dollars are devaluating. You don't sell it for shit coins unless you're trading them. The point is always to acquire more Bitcoin. Your goal in life should be acquiring more Bitcoin. It's not working yet. Your goal in life should be acquiring more Bitcoin. Financial goal. There's personal goals, having kids, helping parents. But your financial goal should be acquiring more Bitcoin. So there's no reason to ever sell it. You just use it as Bitcoin adoption grows. You got to think of it in this form. And you can put the US dollar and the euro in there as well, like shitcoin 0, shitcoin 0.1, shitcoin 0.2. Those are your fiat currencies. Do you have a short sell? Not the shitcoins, but shorting is as good of a strategy as going long. There's nothing wrong with shorting. And when Bitcoin is in a bear market, there's nothing wrong with, shorting the future of Bitcoin to earn more Bitcoin. But remember, when you're shorting Bitcoin to earn more Bitcoin, the value of that Bitcoin is going down. So you're like earning more Bitcoin, but the value of your portfolio in dollars could be lower. Audio still good? Audio should still be good. I don't see any audio problems on my end. All right, guys, video's got long enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Check out tonebase.com. I didn't even promote anything. With the videos, I keep promising you videos from Understanding Bitcoin. They are coming soon. Bye, guys.